Okay, so we started recording. So the first thing that we want to do is to create a pivot table. So we'll just create a pivot table out of this first one that we did. So just copy it and paste it here. When I paste it here, it has copied the pivot table for me. So let me go ahead and go to pivot table field list so the field list can pop up. So in my field list, let's do this. What I want to do is to have instead of order date and the month, quarter, year, I'll remove those. Remove this from columns. Then I'll bring name. So I'll go to first name, bring it here. Then I'll go and bring values, sales value into here. This will give us the sales values. It's only that this has been filtered. Let me go to the dashboard, remove the filter, then we'll see everything. So in the analysis, I'll see this there. Make sense? So let me do this. Right click. I'll right click here. Then I'll say summarize, not number format. I would want it to be number with 100 separators. Say okay. So we have that. Okay. Then from there, I'll just copy this and just paste it next here. What I want to do is to paste my figures here, then attach these by formula. So equals should be able to equal to that one. The reason why we're doing that, just in case it filters, it shouldn't miss. So that equals to that one, that equals to this one. This control one number 100 separator, say okay. So we have that. When we have this, now we'd want it to show up on our dashboard. So for it to show up on our dashboard, first of all, let's put the names. So for the names, what we're going to do is to say, okay, let's say insert, then we'll go to Illustrator shapes. Let's say I'll pick on this shape, then bring it up here. Great. Then let me copy the name. This is the first name is that one. Come and paste it here. Okay. Sorry, I'm in class. Yes, baby, I'm in class now. Tell them to do it from the maid center. Okay. Okay, we do that. Then copy this one, paste it 3 times. I've copied and pasted, right? You know the shortcut of copying, isn't it?
What? Control what?
Control C.
Yeah. Control C.
I want these ones to align, so I can highlight all of them. Then I can come under shape format, align, bottom align, or top alignment. So let's say top alignment, which means they'll align all of them. Then I would want them to space equally, distribute horizontally, then they'll be able to distribute. So we have the names there. I can go and pick the other name here. It's Robert. I'm just copying because I'm lazy to type. I put Robert there. Go back, pick on this one. Come here, paste there. Okay, so I'll highlight all of them, then go to shape format. I want text to line up in a particular way. Let me see. Ba, 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 ba. Huh, it's fine. I'll go to home. Under home, I want the text to be at the center, then center up like that. Okay, makes sense. Great. All right. So if I wanted, I can also make the text to come out more like that by increasing the size. So we've just created that. Then the next thing is that I will go to insert. I want text box. This one, text box. Click on text box. Then I'll come and draw it here. Great. Then when I draw it like this, I'll come into the formula bar, say equals, then go to the analysis and pick the value here. So if I pick the value, it will come up here. Okay. So I have my value come up. I'll copy this, paste it. Oh God. Let me copy this again. Copy, paste it 2 times. So one is for here, then the other one is for here. Make sense? So now I can highlight all of them, then go to align, shape, align, top alignment, then distribute equally. There we go. Then we have that. Now, these numbers are the same, all of them, right? If I click in the first one, everything that points to analysis, I4. So analysis I4 is this one here. The next one is analysis I5. The next one is analysis I6. I can come to the dashboard. If I click in this one, I'll change this one from I4 to I5. And you see the number will update. Then this one to I6, the number will update. Then let's see if we can center up this one, bring it on the middle, make it bold, and pull it out a bit. We have our figure there. So if I come here and say I want to see critical, see now what will be happening. I'm talking about I want to see how much each person sold under the critical. So if I click critical, you see that it gives me an update of the numbers here also. So just a small filter gives you a whole lot of information. Make sense? Okay, great. Now I want to be able to have for it to show how much each person was selling in a month. Right? Okay, so how much each person was selling in a month? I'll go to the analysis. I'll copy this same one. There's no harm copying this one instead of going to create a new one. Right? I will paste here. Then I'm going to change this to here where there is first name. I'm going to bring month. It will bring me the month. Then I've got the sum of sales here, which is fine. But I want the first name to come into my column. So now I'll have this whereby I've got my month and how much each person was selling. Then the first thing that I want to go to pivot table options. I want to go to table and filters, remove the totals. I don't want to see the totals. So remove the totals. Say okay. All right. So the next thing that I want to do, let me do this. I'm just going to insert another column here because what I want to do is to bring about. I want to bring about. What's this? Let me insert another one. What I want to bring about is what you call where is it? I usually forget it, but if I see it, I remember it. It's what instead, yeah, column spark lines. Eh? That's what I want to bring here. So to insert column spark lines, the first thing that I want to do is that for this one girl, I want to pick the data range. For me to pick this data range, I need to be able to work out some few formulas. So the first thing I'll do is this. I'll say equals. I need to be able to point to what sheet am I dealing with. So in this case, I'm dealing with analysis. Analysis. When I finish typing that, I need to be able to put exclamation because the reason I'm putting an exclamation is because of I'm referring to a sheet. After when you're referring to a sheet, you put an exclamation. Okay. Then I want it to be able to concatenate to. I want it to concatenate to. Let me see. So since I'm already on this sheet, I'll just come and pick. I want it to start from uh, n because I'm dealing with the for girl, right? So I wanted to pick this data range. This data range. You see that? Now, for it to pick this data range, I need to make sure that uh, when I filter my data, I just want to see match. It should also be able to filter. If I do it just like this, it will be difficult. So I'll need to delete the 16 because N5, I understand it starts from there, but N16, it will not always be here. It might change based on the filters which I'm making. So this 16, I want it to be dynamic. So I'll introduce the ampersand. Then I'll bring in the counter. Okay, counter. Remember the formulas, right? And what do I want to count? I'll counter from here, this whole column, cross bracket. Now you see on top here, I've got two empty columns, right? Rows, right? So it will not count them. So before it to count them, I'll put a plus and say 2 there so that it can count those on top. So if I press enter, it gives me an error because I'll need to put this in my double quotation, double quotation, double quotation. Then it will return to me this range here. Does it make sense?
So that formula is not like a standard formula or it will be changing according to what?
It will be changing. For instance, if I come here and say I only want to filter, I only want to see Feb and March. Have you seen where there's 16 there? It will change. Everything has gone to 6.
Okay.
That's why we've done that. Okay. So now this I wanted to be able to retain something, the value of what is in there, because this is referring, isn't it? So coming and say equals indirect of this, then close bracket, press enter. This, when I say indirect, is returning this for me. Make sense? Great. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. So here, I'll just drag this down. The formula that we have used there, we're going to use it throughout. So we'll just come here, then I'll come and update this formula here. From N, it will go to O now. Then PI. So I'll remove N and put O. O, where there is N, I'll put O. Then where there is 2 there, I'll need to upgrade it. Oh, no, no. Which one? Why is it with still picking up 16? Considering that there's a 2 there. That is O. Oh, I didn't change this one here. I need to change this too. Yeah, but anyway, if I don't change it, it's fine because this one is just picking if it is locked, so it will still work out. Then the next one, I'll change it to P. So come that N, I'll change it to P. This one, I'll also change it to P. Okay. So after I've done this, the next thing that I want to do is to bring in this one. But for me to bring up this one, it will ask me the data range. So for me to pick up the data range, I can't just click on this one because this one is indirect. So I'll have to create a name range for this. So I'll go into my formula, then go to say define name, click on define name. Then this one, I'll name it, for instance, girl. That's the name. I'll name it that one. Then I'll come to here in the formula. I'll delete what is there. Then I'll say indirect. Indirect, open bracket. Then I'll come and pick on this cross bracket. If I press enter, it will save that one. So I need to do it for the other one also. So if I go to the name manager, I check under name manager. There is the one which is written girl, right? This is the formula which I've done. So let's do also for the other one, which is for Robert. Then here I'll come and put indirect, open bracket, then come and pick on this cross bracket, then say okay. If I click on Robert here, it will show me the range that is referring to. Have you seen this? Yes. So let's do for the other one, Rosianne. Then come here, do indirect, open bracket, then refer to that, then close bracket. If I click in here, it shows me that it's referring to this range. So if I've done that, I can close this. Now, for me to be able to put the spark lines, I'll go to insert, then column spark line, then the data range. The data range, I'll just press F3, open up the name range, things which are in the name range. So the first one which I want is for girl, I'll pick on that one. Then the location is this one, say okay, then it will bring me the spark line. Then for the next one, I come here, insert, column, this time F3, pick on Robert, okay, there. The next time now, I'll go for insert, column, F3, pick on Rosianna, say okay, then it gives me that. Okay, makes sense? So now I want this to show up on my dashboard here. Now there is a way which you can be able to take like a picture of something. So for instance, I've got this one which is picture. So for instance, I'll come here, click on this picture, go to the go to the analysis. Click on the picture. This is for Rosianna. So click on the picture, then I'll come to the dashboard, then I'll come and draw it here. There we go. So we have 4. Come up here. Then the next one, we come, click on it, click on the picture, then just come to the dashboard, paste it there. The next one, click on it, click on the picture, go to the dashboard, put it there. There we go. So I'll pick on these two, align them, top alignment, equally distribute. There we go. You have that. If I come and let's say I'm changing this, you see it also change based on the month.
Okay.
I can pick on this, it will also change.
Even though it has a camera there.
So that camera, you have to activate it. When you come here, you click on the drop down, go to customize, show below, no. More commands. Under more commands, come to all commands, then scroll down. Scroll down to where it's written camera. So this is in alphabetical order. So we look for camera.
So all those other commands, if you want them, you simply do the same thing you are doing with the camera.
No,
So to say, if you would want it to be, I don't know, is it part of the?
oh yes, correct.
Okay.
You click on this one, add it now to your quick access toolbar, then say okay to be added. So you'll be finding it there.
Okay. Interesting.
So in the process, we would want to put up, let's say, based on this data set here, we want to insert a pie chart. So click in this data, go to insert, we can look at the pie chart that we want. So for today, let's say we work with this 3D pie chart. Click on this one. Then we have a 3D pie chart. This one, we can grab it, X, copy it, go to the sun, paste it there. Then just resize it. Okay. So in this pie chart, if we want, we can make certain things. Let's say we want the data labels to show up. We can have, okay, not just for that. So let me remove that. I want it for the whole thing. Data labels. Data labels have come. Then I'd like to, let's see, I've picked on inside and then I want to do something. Click on this, then go to format. Oh, let me do this. Right click on this, format data labels. This will pop up here. So what I want is to make sure that the background is white so that I can easily see it. Fill border. I want a solid fill and I want it to be white. Pick on white. Okay, that gives my numbers a pop-up. Okay, makes sense? Okay, so we have done that. Any questions here? Okay, great. So let's do something here. On top here, I would like to do something. I need to move. Um, I've clicked control, Then I'm highlighting all of these. I want to move them down. So I'm just going to push them down like that using the arrow down arrow. Just want them to align a bit. Okay, there we go. Just to make them align. Then on top here, I'd like to expand that. Then go to insert because I want it to have a title. So insert Illustrator. I want to get this one, this shape. Then I'll draw it over here on top. There we go. Let me reshape it nicely. There we go. Okay, so I can type here, for instance, sales. Let's put it caps lock. Sales dashboard tracker. Highlight that, then increase it. Increase the size. Center it. Then let's see. You see that? We've given it a title, right? All right. So, should we continue? Or you want to digest this, then we come?
Is it a lot more?
So, what is remaining is just half for us to finish.
Is it bulky?
Um, and let's do it. Let's do it.
Are you sure?
Huh?
Are you sure?
If you're still able to take more, we can go ahead.
So if I say we do it another time, that's tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow, but you have to make sure that you do this part because we're remaining with the last part. So if we do that today, we'll basically be done. Tomorrow, when you come, we are just reviewing your work.
So let's say I push it for tomorrow. We can check my work and finish up. That won't be too much.
Sorry?
Let's say we finish tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow you need to go and practice to do first, then you come back. Because if we do it today, which means we can finish tomorrow when we're reviewing your work. But if we do it tomorrow, which means we have to do it. Today is Friday, isn't it? Which means we have to do it on Monday to finish up.
So if I do this work today, come tomorrow, what are we doing? Finishing up or going over my work?
Going over your work.
Okay. So let's finish.
Okay.
And then we go over my work tomorrow.
All right. So now, after we've done this, the next thing that we want to do is this over here. What we've done here below here, whereby we can make comparisons. See, okay, how high performed against how medium performed. Then we can come here, click on this, check on count, we can check on sum. Make sense? This is what we're going to build. So for this to be done, we'll go to our analysis. We'll copy this. We'll paste it here. Then we'll picture it there. Bam. Okay, so we'll paste it there, and we'll paste another one just there. Just pasting these two. Okay. So after we do this, let me delete this first. Let me work on this one first. Click on this data, go to pivot table analysis fields. Now what we want to do is to analyze our data, not based on not based on name, but we are going to base it on few things. Let me see. I'll bring my cells underneath, then I'll bring again my cells underneath. So the first one, we're going to make it sum of cells. So I'm going to change this to cells value. Okay. Let's say I'm going to put this as revenue. Revenue. So I've changed this to revenue. Then this one, I'll put it as actually, instead of sum of cells, let me remove this. Let me let the banner there. So the other one, value, discount value. So I'll put discount here. Okay, discount. I'll just put discount. The other one will be discount. Then the other one, I just want number of transactions. So to get number of transactions, I can get even order priority, bring it underneath here. Then it will tell me how many transactions these are. So I'll double click on this, name this as transactions. There we go. These are transactions. So based on this, I can copy this and paste it here. So this is our two tables, same tables, right? Then I want to filter this data based on, let's say, let me see. I'll filter this data based on ship mode. So I'll bring ship mode in the filter. Then click on this data, also bring the ship mode. Ship mode. So that's what we're using for filtering. Okay. So after doing this, I'll grab this data, copy it, paste it in transposed form, because this is what we're going to use to navigate through our data. Okay. So what we're looking at this is why we're looking at this is because this is what we're going to use. If I want to say I want to look at based on revenue, based on discount, this is where I'll be picking the data from. Okay. So now I'll go to my dashboard. Then I want to introduce that drop down. So my drop down, I'll go to developers tab. Now, if you don't have developers tab, you go to file, then you go to more, then you go to options, then you go to customize ribbon, then check developers tab here. Make sure that it's checked. When it's checked, you say okay. and it will appear here. So when I'm in there, I go to insert combo box. Click on combo box. Then I want to insert it probably just here. Then right click in it. Then go to not assign format control input range. The input range, I'll go to analysis, then highlight this. That's my input range. Then cell link, whatever I pick where it's supposed to go, it's supposed to come to my analysis. Let's say I want it to come up just here on top there. Then come here, say okay. So if I click away, then click on the drop down, I see revenue. If I want to see revenue, it will pick revenue. Then in the analysis, it will show me that it's number one, which is number one position. So I want to return the actual value for this one. So just say equals index. Then my array is this one here, comma. Then my row number is this one here, cross bracket. Press enter. It now returns to me revenue. So if I come to the dashboard, change this to discount, I'll see that it's discount now here. Make sense? Great. So because of that, if I say discount, I want to see for discount, it will just be returning to me for discount. So for this to be able to be unique, I will have to make this one as revenue one. Make this one. Close this. I'll make it this one revenue one tab. No. Revenue one, this is revenue one also, or the discount one. Then that is discount one, transaction one. This one, I'll make it two because it's on table two. Then this one, I'll make it two again, discount two. Then this one, I'll make it transaction two. This is just to differentiate them. Okay? All right. So now, because we have done this, we need to be able to create a series that will feed data into our you saw that chart, right? So we need to create a series. So we'll have series one, then we have series two. So we have to start with name of the series. Name of series. The name of the series now becomes, it has to be based on this. So based on series one, it's supposed to be discount concatenated with what has been filtered. So in this case, it will be equals to what is here. Now, okay, so now let's do this. So this will be discount one. So I need to be able to concatenate it to one. Ooh. You're getting me?
But how will I know that? Is that like a formula? Like, how will I know that's what
Okay.
I have to do?
So this is the thing. When I say equals, I need to put this together. Discount, then because I need to have a unique name for that series. Okay. So this is a discount for instance, in this case, discount. If I pick discount, then I come and concatenate it. So I'll just put a double, what's that? Concatenate. Then you for have a space, it's a space, double quotation, then concatenate what is going to be in here. Press enter. Does that make sense?
Maybe
Discount delivery track. Okay, don't worry. What I would do is this. Let's go ahead. Then you understand it in retrospect time. Okay. So I'll say equals again. Then I'll pick on this one, discount. Then ampersand, space, ampersand. Then pick on this one here. So this is for series 2. So that's the name of the series. Then the next thing is that I want to be able to find out what is my first column number based on what I'm dealing with. My what's this? My first row number. Okay. So what's my row number? For instance, if I'm dealing with discount here, what is my row number? So in this case, I'm dealing with number 4, row number 4, and it ends on row number 15. So my first row number is going to be row number. Let me just put a hash. Where's my hash? There we go. My row number, it will be 4 for all of them because that's the beginning. So I'll put 4. Then, so let me just put first row number. First row number, then column number, for column number, for instance, in this case, for column number, I need to be able to search for it. Now, for me to search for it, for instance, in this case, I'll have to create something here. Let me drag this a bit down, or let me do this. I'll push it up. For the column number that I'll be looking at, for this one, I'm looking for discount concatenate to 1. That will give me discount 1, which is this one, isn't it? Then this one, it will be equals this concatenate to 2. Discount 2, right? So when I'm looking for the column number, I'll just say equals. Then I'll say match this one here, discount 1, comma, in this row. So that the row which we're dealing with is row, is this row 4? It should be row 4. Yes, in row 4. No, not row 4, row 3. This is where they are, isn't it? So if I do that, I'll press enter. It will tell me that it's column 3. Why? I'm looking for discount 1. It's telling me it's in 3. Column 3. No. Just a moment. Match discount 1. Let me look at my discount 1. Do I have another discount 1?
Discount one you're getting from this table?
Yes, from this column. So it will tell me what column it will be. Match this Sorry, the match should be exact. Put the 0. Yeah, 20 now makes sense because this is way somewhere there. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Okay, so they were looking up this value in this array, the one which we have put, and the match should be exact. So this is why we've gotten the 20. So I'll just drag this to the side. Then it will tell me where the other one is based on discount too. So it's on column 25, sorry. So now
So that one on discount, the very track, what's on column 20?
column 20. So column 20, this is the one here. T. It's in column. This is the column we're looking for. Remember, we said the first row is row number 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Now, where is our first column? Is this one here, T. So it's going to start from this point now.
So is that column 20?
It's actually column 20, yes. T.
How is that column 20?
The reason why it's like that, look at this. This will help you.
Mm-hmm.
So here I'll come and say first address. This is our first now address. First address. First address is going to equals address. What's our row number? It's this one, number 4, comma. What's our column number? It's this one. So if I cross bracket, the type of match should be, we want it to be relative. We could pick 4 so that it doesn't confuse us. So it tells us that these coordinates, they lead us to T4. T4. T4 is here. T4.
The column in the row?
Yes. Okay. I hope you're not saying I should have gone.
No, it's a lot. I'm just trying to see something.
On the number, yeah. Yeah, that's number 20. A, B, C, D, E, F.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'll just drag this also there to the other side. It becomes Y4, which means this discount is. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Great. So our first row we have calculated. Then the last column. For the last column, basically all we need to do, the last row that we have to deal with. The last row, we'll use the formula which is count. So it's just equals to counter. Then we look at, for instance, in this case, we're dealing with this one. So we'll just come here and pick on this one here. Per counter. Then because of this space here, we're going to add a 1. Okay? You remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Plus 1. So our last row must be this one. So we'll do the same here, counter. Then we'll pick on this, comma, close bracket plus 1. If I do that, it gives us, okay, this is 415. Okay, then that was the first row address. Then the last address, our last address now, it will be equals to address. Our row number, which we're dealing with, is this one here, 15. That's our row number. Then our column still remains 20 because it's the same column that we're dealing with. Close that. We need it to be relative, so comma, then we put 4 there. That is for relative. Then it brings us to 15. Then this one brings us to Y15. Make sense? Then we need to have a full address now. To get the full address, we're just going to say equals. We'll start by what's the sheet name? It's analysis. Exclamation. Then we are going to refer to, so because we are referring to this one here, the full address, the last address is that one. So the first address is T4. So we'll pick on T4. Now, if we pick on this one the way it is like that, it will give us AC. Then we'll have to concatenate this to concatenate. Where is our concatenate? Concatenate this to double quotation. Then, because you're saying two, it becomes just my 2 points, full colon. Then concatenate this to the last one here, which is this one. Then press enter. Double click. So I'll pick on just a second. To make it easier, what I'll do is this. Double quotation. SC. Just a second. I want it to return the actual amount. So come there to ampersand. Just a second. I want it to return the actual amount. Ampersand. Double quotation. Great. Okay. So what I've done here, I have made sure that SC and SC10 to SC12. So my AC12, which is this one here and that one, I wanted it to retain what is inside. So I had to put an ampersand after picking the sheet, then click on that one, then put an ampersand to concatenate the two. Because if I don't put that concatenation, it will just pour out whatever is there. But I don't want it to pour out. I want to bring out what is in the cells. So if I press enter, it now returns T4 to T15, which is what is inside there.
That's that semicolon which was in quotes. Why, if you go yes, if you go back? Is that a semicolon?
Yeah, full color.
Part of formula or something?
Yes,
What's that for?
it's part for the formula because when you let me show you, when you do this equals, then you drag like this. Have you seen that the two here?
Mhm.
Yes. It shows that you're coming from this point to that point. Yes. Make sense?
Mhm.
I'll drag this to this one also. Then it will do for the other one. So in this case, I've done for series 1 and series 2. I need one which will be for my date. For my date, I'll just say equals. Then I'll say, let me say, I want to pick this. I can just go to dashboard, come back, so that I can pick the analysis. It's faster that way. So I want to pick this data range for the month. So let me do this. Pick up to December here, but I want to make sure that the 15 should be dynamic. So I'll come here and change the 15 to a formula. So I'll say counter. Then I'll pick the range from here. So there's a space there. So I'll put +1 at the end. +1. Then for this analysis, from the beginning, I'll do a double quotation up to the W there so that it maintains the actual reference. So if I press enter, it returns to me analysis W4 to W15. Okay. So this one is for series 1, this is series 2, this is address. Say address here. Oh no, it's not address, but it's not address, but it is the date. There we go. So now for this to happen, let me just show you what this is showing. It's indirect. Click on this, press enter. It returns to me the values. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want that to be appearing in my formulas. So I'll go to formulas, define name, then this is series 1, and I want to pick that. So I'll say indirect, open bracket, pick this, close bracket. So if I say okay, it has saved it. If I go to name manager, where is the in series 1? This is the one. If I click on it, it shows me that this is the range. So I'll go to the new one, do the same thing, series 2, come here, indirect, open bracket, pick that, cross bracket, say okay. If I click there, it has to show me that it's referring to series 2. There is something wrong. Okay, in the formula, the indirect is not correct. The indirect wasn't written correctly. So I'll come back here, delete indirect, open bracket, pick that one, close. If I click here, indirect, there's something wrong. This is AD13. Why is it not responding? This is Y4 to Y15. Okay. Oh, it's working now. See that? Showing that, picking that range. Okay, we do a new one, which is for the date. Date will come there, do indirect, open bracket, pick for the date, close bracket. All right. If I click in my date here, showing me the date that is picking. So if we've done that, we close. So what is left now is for us to insert a blank chart. So we use this clustered column. It's blank like this. Then we'll go to select data. Under select data, I'll come here and say add new. Under add new, series name, we can give it to say, what's this? So the series name, let me drag this a bit down. Let me close this. Let me drag this down. So I'll come and say select. So the name is dynamic. So series name, I can come and pick on discount one. Then this part here, I can come and click on analysis, delete what is there at the beginning, so I direct it where it's supposed to go. Then I'll come and click on F3 and pick to say I want series 1. If I pick on series 1, then say OK. I'll see on my chart. Let's say OK. On my chart, it has displayed that data. Make sense? Then go back to select. We have put for series 1, which is discount 1 here. Then we can say add another one. This one, this is for 2, series 2. So this one, it will pick on this one, discount 2. Then here it will click on this, then delete. I just want it to return for series 2. So I'll put F3, then pick on series 2. Say OK. Then it has put for series 2. Okay, let's see if, yeah, there it is. So series 1 and series 2 have been put there. Now here on our chart, we don't want to see these numbers. We need to see the month, right? So go back, select data. This is where they are. So we can come and edit this. Then here we can just simply pick on this, delete, and then pick on data, F3. Then come and pick on date. Say OK. Then OK. then now you see that they are updated. Okay, at this point we have worked our way into this. So now we're going to do this, cut this out, bring it to the dashboard, paste it here. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do, let's try and stretch it out like that. Okay, when we stretch it out like this, we want this to be in a line format, and we want one of these because there will be two different so one must go on the secondary axis. So come here, go to change series type. All of these should go to line chart, then also this one line chart, then one of them should be on the secondary axis. Then we say okay. So we have it this way. Okay, then the next thing, let's just put this properly. If I come here and change from discount to transaction, see what happens to the line. It updates. If I change this to revenue, it updates. But we're not done yet. We want to go to analysis. We want to get from here, we want to get a what? Pivot table, set a slicer. We want a slicer. This slicer will be based on what? What's this? This is based on shipping mode. So click on shipping mode. We've gotten there for shipping mode. Then we also get for the other one here for shipping mode. Shipping mode, where is it? There we go. Pick on that one. So we have these two. Highlight both of them, cut them, come to my dashboard, paste them. So one comes here, click away, pick the other one, bring it here. Okay. We're going to resize this to fit. Drag this a bit. There we go. Drag it there. Anyway, let's resize this a bit. Great. So this is on delivery track, right? That's why we're seeing that. So now if I change to regular air here this side, oh, have you seen that it is changing to both sides? So which means these two are connected. They're not supposed to be connected. So I'll come to this data set. I need to disconnect this. So I'll come and say report connection. This is connected to a lot of tables. It's connected to a lot of tables. So let me first find out which tables am I dealing with. So I'll come here. This one is table 6. This is table 6. So if I come to the dashboard, this is the one supposed to only connect to table 6. So right click on this one, then go to connections, report connection, then I just want table 6. I will disconnect from all these other tables so that I remain with only table 6. Say okay. There we go. Let me check this other one. This is table. Let me go to analysis. Come on pivot table. This is table 4. So this one, I want it only to be connected to table 4. So I'll go to report connection. I want it to just connect to table 4. Let me see something here. Does this change this side also? If it does change, oh sorry, if it has gone to table 4 also, okay, challenges, it has also gone to table 4. So this one means that these two, they are connected. Let me see what. There is a way that we can do this. Let me see if there's an alternative. It's to delete it and recreate it. That's the one. Grab sub format. Let's say few settings. Just a second. Just a second. I'm trying to see if there is another way instead of us deleting. The printing data. So under data, save source data file, enable. Okay, it's fine. Um, Made the mistake. So what I would do is this. I'll delete this. Then Excel found a problem with one or more formulas. Okay, it's fine. I'll see how I can work this out. I didn't want to do this, so okay, come here, cells, insert, pivot table, existing analysis, pick that, say okay, okay. I hope to correct this. I want to get my date, my month into my rows, then get my um what's the next thing? Sales value into my value here. Then I'll get my discount into here. Then I'll get number of transactions. Let me just get just that. Then my filter ship mode will come to my filter. Okay. Then let's do this. Revenue, capital letters. Revenue. Oh, this becomes discount to, this becomes capital letters, transaction 2. Okay, I think this has been sorted out. Okay, for me that's still intact. Then let's go to the dashboard. I'll delete this one because it's meant for this. So I'll come and say insert. Sorry, click on that insert slicer, which means I can pick what slicer we're using. Shipping, what was that? Shipping mode. Pick that one, then cut that one, go to the dashboard, place it here. There we go. So let's see. If I pick on Express Air, okay, let's clear out the formatting there. Okay, see, let's clear out the filter there. Okay, something is not right here. Supposed to balance. So I click on discount. Let's see what is not working here. That is discount. Series 1, series 2. Let's see the numbers. These are the numbers. The numbers are not balancing. So revenue 2 and revenue 1, they're not balancing. What's wrong? What's wrong? Let me see which number format. So this is 2, this is 7. Something is wrong because even this requires this one, the reason why it's behaving like this is connected to the odd one. This side.
Connected?
Yes, it's connected to the odd one. It will only balance if I remove my filters here. If I remove my filters here, now it will balance. Wait. Which filter is still on? This one is connected to the top ones. Okay, we're going to troubleshoot. Something is not adding up. Number of transactions. This speaking this. No, they're balanced. Yes, the numbers are balanced. Why isn't the chart balancing? This is why it's not balancing. This remove the what? Pivot table option, data, take out the totals. That's fine. I don't want to see the totals. That's what? Totals. Grand column totals. No. Okay, it's gone. Let's go to the dashboard. Now it's balancing. Fine. So if I click on this, I can see now that. Now, if I come and click on this, I can now Yes, changing. Express air balancing. Delivery track. There we go. You can now make a comparison.
That's a lot.
We were recording.
So the tables are not going to be linked. Is that
With the
what
top
I'm
with the,
wondering?
with the top one, we couldn't link them with the top one. This table. So right now I've just done a shortcut. It's not supposed to be linked to these tables. If it's linked to those tables, it will be very difficult to do it here. So this table is not supposed to be linked to these ones on top. Otherwise, we'll fail to do a comparison if we have this filtered.
So how do you just
So to avoid that, this is what we were doing here under analysis. We had deleted this table. We deleted this table and we created our own by going to the sales data and creating our own. That thing which we were doing for copying and pasting, that's what was linking them.
I'm a bit lost there though. Anyways, the more we need to digest.
Okay, just analyze it. Just go and just look at it. For instance, if I change this to transaction, it will change automatically. It will give me an analysis of this based on Express Air revenue. It will show me that. Does that make sense? Okay.
We need to digest.
Okay. All right. This is where we're meeting